Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Islands of Insight, where someday soon, we will get our revenge on that wandering echo. But for now, since we've fallen all the way back to the mainland, I suppose we ought to turn in this Luminous quest and pick up another one, right? There's just sparks going to waste in our pocket until we do so. So I'm going to run past all this stuff. I'm going to ignore it, ignoring all the puzzles. Let's get up there and make the best of it. How do I get up there? There's probably like a way around, or I could just do a charge jump, I suppose. Hey, you know what's weirdly difficult is correctly pronouncing all of the consonants in charged jump. My mouth just doesn't want to do it. Solve 50 airborne puzzles. So I'm assuming that means puzzles that are themselves airborne, not puzzles that we solve while we are airborne. Oh, there's a bunch of flow orbs just like all over this thing. Okay, so there's... I'm not going to do this right now. It's not like we're going to miss this one. We'll come back to it. So... Like, for example... Armillary rings. These look pretty airborne to me. Yes, one. Interesting that we still haven't awakened all the armillary rings in this area. Somehow. There's this third little ring that's going to make this one a little bit more complicated. Whoa, wait a minute. Where'd the sky drops go? I was about to try to solve those. Did y'all see that? They just vanished. There's a not very hidden ring up there. That'll count. Yeah, I'm still not getting that one. That might have to be done from below. You know what? If so many of the puzzles in this area are still unawakened, this is a thing we could wait before doing. So... The Trick of the Wanderer requires us to have one more Wandering Echo mastery level before we can enter it normally. Well, there is a Wandering Echo right here. I am very clumsy. Wow. That was extremely easy. I mean, if they're just going to be right here. All right, notes. I'm staying focused. We were gonna try to get back up there, and now in theory I can, if I only could figure out where the entrance was. Is that the entrance up there? Yes. Okay. Let's try this again. I guess we weren't jumping ahead too dramatically. Haha! I thought that reset was part of it. Okay. You collected a new insight, the Trick of the Wanderer. We'll look at that in just a moment. There sure are some enclaves out there, huh? The trickiest wandering echoes can sometimes move faster than you could sprint or glide. However, there are other ways to catch up with them. Alright, so we are kind of complete with this enclave, except for the fact that I still don't have credit for 2 of the pentads. There's this one. Oh, I love that it remembers the relics we found. I'm trying to be like, what if they made a relic really tiny? And it was just hidden within the stonework. Like, y'all remember PT? You remember how some of those page fragments were hidden? That's what I'm thinking. It is true that there's probably not going to be another one, like, basically touching one of the ones that's already live here. So there's one there. There's one over there. There's one there. I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the space that is still the most open, you know? I'm sure this is supposed to be the hard one. It feels to me like there should be room for another one on this island. But with that one just like right there in the middle of everything. Yeah, like did they include this whole island just so that they could put one relic in an intensely obvious position? Like in a jump out and bite you kind of position? And it kind of looks like the answer is yes. Well, that's really gonna bug me. Alright, where's the other one? Yeah, here it is. Let's see if we can work through this one real quick. I mean, you gotta expect them to be fairly difficult, right? This is definitely not a beginner enclave. It took some fairly serious work to unlock it. None of the other islands are part of this. So there's a good tip there from the second orb we found on this, that like you can get one pretty deep in the foliage, pretty much invisibly in the foliage. And that's worth checking out. But it looks like that's not going to be the location of the fifth one here either. Okay, that one actually was just kind of like hanging off of the side of the world. I feel like at this point I have, shoot, right. I feel like at this point I have been pretty thorough about that. That would have been a cool place to hide one, for sure. Oh. You can actually see through the island here. That's neat. Then obviously there's this one, which we got already. I wonder, where's the other edge of that, the other end of that crack? So it would be like, I can't zoom in any further. Yeah, I would like to find the other end of the crevice. Not because I think it's definitely involved, mostly because I think it would just be interesting, but it could be the case that there's like an interior chamber that you can only see into from a very particular place. Right? If it's not something like that, I don't know what it is. So that said, I do not in fact see where it was I was seeing through or from or into there. Okay. So, like 10 o'clock-ish, 10:30-ish on the island is where I need to be. Honestly, this is not, this is not very... If this is wrong, it's not very wrong. Unfortunately, I do not have much of a sense of the height that the thing would be at. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, it's probably not involved in the... Oh. There it is, I found it. And yet another Mirabilis. Huzzah. It was just in that tree. Plain as could be. Very simple. Ow! I just slammed me right into that rock. Where is this perspective puzzle being done from? Like... maybe way back here somewhere? Okay, yeah, we're starting to see more pieces of it come into view. Here we go. All right, one problem at a time. Hold on. Darn it! I like careened off of the pillar there. That was clumsiness. Enough to touch. No. Wow, I really didn't think the charge jump was gonna fire. I let it go early in an attempt to abort, and it did not. Yeah, those are pretty fun. Okay, here we go. Here is a spot where it looks like we could probably pull some sky drops. Okay, I think I see this one too. All right, all of those are airborne puzzles. What about this one? It's floating like near the ground, but it's certainly off the ground, right? There's no two ways about that. Okay, connect all dark cells means those two are light. What a weird puzzle. No, not airborne. That puzzle, flying at exactly the same height, that one's airborne. So it's by puzzle type, really. They're marked by type, and their position is sort of incidental. Yeah, geez, there are a lot of sky drops around here. Boy, they start marking those for you really, really early. Like, you do not need to be close to the thing at all. All right. What is up with this? Why are there puzzles that are still locked in this area? Doesn't actually tell me very much. Huh. Trying to interact with them doesn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's certainly not very good. That, kinda? Kind of. I feel like that was a real gimme. Okay, this boots me all the way back up here, which is certainly pretty, but it's not really what I'm looking for. All right, you know what? We're wandering around and we're having fun, but maybe this would be a good time to focus on some actual objectives. Even if I do definitely see armillary rings, they're just going to waste beneath us. It's terrible. Nobody appreciates them the way we will. Actually, what's this? Cascading rays. Oh, it turns out we were allowed to go here. We had all the prerequisites for cascading rays. Well, we just we let ourselves in. Mysterious hidden cubes. You ain't wrong, buddy. Oh my god, just get up there. So the phase and the melody. Oh, I guess this is the cliff and the void, probably. This doesn't seem very challenging. So okay, this is what we're going to have to walk a path of dark cells around, and then oh, this one gives me a little bit more pause for thought here. Like, that's going to have to be true. That's going to have to be true. This is going to have to cut that off, and that's fine. Right, and then it's going to like connect to this here, and the white's just going to go all the way around it. And it's going to connect to the other black cell there. No big deal, it's just vibes. It's all vibes. Yeah, it's going to be like, it's going to be all the way around the outside. This feels a mite familiar, just a tad. Okay, let's see what this one's all about. I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess a cliff and also a void. I'm very curious what that void is. Light connected, dark connected. Why is this happening to me? Some of the Pneuma are more whole than others, but you do not have to stay like this forever. I can help you. Will you come with me? I will do anything. Forgetting everything is no different from death. Very well. I will give substance to your form, but you must choose a vessel to house the spark within. Okay. So the ones who come here and who are not, who have not brought as much of their own mass with them, get vesseled, I guess. Which is presumably, potentially what happened to us. And I guess just you could fill in the rest of this with light and it would be fine. Okay, and then you want to be careful how you're connecting this so you don't form a box there. Okay, that's interesting. So you want to connect the dark cells around the bottom. It's again, it's all about not forming the boxes, right? Well, that feels pretty straightforward. And then you want to connect this across the top, probably. Well. There we go. Okay, these are interesting. So there'll have to be some light-colored intrusion on these to prevent the box from forming. I guess this will have to be dark. Yeah. I see you wandering, Echo. I know you're very excited. So this is going to connect up here. I just say I'm not. These are not as interesting to me. The ones where you just have to connect all of you have to make one long path connecting all the cells of a type. Ah. What a terrible moment to get stuck. Okay, well that one got tired of running and just came back and gave me the points. Which I guess I appreciate. Search the environment. Okay. The thing is 5x4 with some little wings. Okay. Oh, that's a hidden cube. I was looking at that. I was like, that's an interesting design for a lantern. But yeah, that's a hidden cube. There's another one. It's like right around here, directly below me, maybe? Indeed. Yet more. Yeah, I can't put my finger on it, but it's real close. It's hard to tell when they're directly above or below you. Aha. These things actually are, they are pretty aggressively hidden. If I'm honest, I was at least as much chasing hidden cube noise that I heard. Aha. How many of those? Okay, we expect that there are at least 20 of them here. All right, so we have... How do these lines assemble? Are we like from over there? Oh, hey! This is the pattern. Which you can see from up there. Okay, we're just gonna hop back up. I guess, you know... It's going to make me take it all the way back up the mountain to where I found it. Okay. I can't believe I just didn't look down. All right, so we know that pattern. Right? Yeah. Okay, now connect all the cells. Well, obviously the dark stuff goes up here. And... So it seems like at least one of the perspective puzzles here is absolutely fucking huge. And it's not clear to me at all what angle you're supposed to view it from. Mouse is fighting back a little bit. Well, for the moment, I guess let's just keep at it. Okay, interesting. Well, this has to be dark. This is going to also have to be dark because otherwise it would be trapped. It would be trapped light. So it'll have to be light. So yeah, the darkness is going to reach up and around the side here. Yeah, these I don't find these as compelling. Wait. Feel like maybe my mouse sensitivity got, I don't know, got weird. It seems weird. Well, you know what? Interesting. So there wasn't anything on those stones in the crevice, but there sure is this. Okay, I was gonna get real frustrated there as we like sailed past it, because I don't feel like I was at fault for that. Yeah, there are hidden cubes just absolutely everywhere. I never stop hearing the sounds. I also don't know where we are at this point. Alright, so don't make any 2x2s. Yep, that's pretty annoying. So obviously this has got to wrap around through these at the very least. Oh, you're right. That's actually very bad. Because that creates... A tile creates a problem no matter what. There we go. Yeah, we have to break the thing there and just have the black wrap around instead of being a complete border for it, for the whole puzzle. All right. So I put myself pretty much back to where we came in. There we go. I knew I was hearing something in this area. Sounds like there's another one quite close. Aha. All right, let's try not to get too distracted here. I'm not very good at tackling the puzzles in a sort of a methodical fashion, as you've noticed. But I'm going to put a little bit more effort in on that just so that we can kind of keep track of where we're supposed to be and where various things are coming from, because like that the wandering echoes are trying to lead us astray and get us all out of order. But I think if we don't follow the intended pathways, we're probably going to have a really hard time figuring out where these perspective puzzles are supposed to be viewed from. There we go. Yeah, it's hard to tell, like, it's hard to just eyeball it and be like, no, that's too stretched. Because it's kind of a goofy looking shape no matter what. All right, connect all the light and dark cells. Well, obviously, that stuff's going to happen. How am I so clumsy? Sorry, I keep zooming in like that. My my hand is doing that thing again. Oh wait. Yes. We're actually pretty close to the Mirabilis for hidden cubes already. All right, I'm gonna do this, but we're not gonna just start working from wherever the race ends. We're gonna come back here. I'm kind of near where I was when I touched the Echo, I think. Sort of. All right, yes. Yeah. Good. Okay, so we still have 2 leitmotifs and 1 logic grid to solve before we hit the initial completion Mirabilis. Doesn't seem like there's a lot going on over here necessarily. Where is that? It is a little bit annoying that it feels like the, what do you call it? It feels like the hidden cubes always want you to like walk off of a platform or something for them. Oh, nope, that's a good point. That does make a difference. That one needs to be connected here. This one needs to be connected to here. And then I think from there, yeah, it's okay to just run one of them along the top and one along the bottom, but I didn't realize that there is an indication of which one must be which. And, you know, listen, I'm not trying to allege demonic influence or anything, but I'm just saying, if you are experiencing invisible creatures just sort of following you around, surrounding you at all times, whispering to you in ways that you realize would cause you to perhaps harm yourself if you listen to them. I wouldn't take demon off the table immediately, is all I'm saying. Well, this is going to have to connect through here, so we're going to run... I guess we're going to end up doing kind of the similar thing here. This does not work. How do I make the dark part also connect? It's like we can connect to that and to that. Oh, no, this does work. Yeah, because in the end, everything feeds back through here. I can't explain exactly what I mean by this, but that puzzle is clearly to scorpions wrestling. And I think if you just think about these kinds of puzzles, the ones where they, the ones where you have to connect the light and the dark over long distances like that, if you just think of them as wrestling scorpion puzzles, I think it'll make things a lot easier. Okay, don't make that pattern. Well, This one doesn't seem all that hard, which is to say, I mean, it must be hard, but yep, immediately I'm seeing the difficulty. So that'll have to be dark. How do I want to do this? Because like the idea is then you have to reach the dark shape up around here, but you're going to have a problem right there. And I can't break this off without disconnecting the black tiles in the middle. And I can't take this without disconnecting the black tiles down here. So how do we modify this solution such that it actually works? It's going to have to be like... Nope, yeah, that breaks that up. Shoot. I can't just leave a tile unclaimed. Though I sure wish I could. Yeah, how do you resolve this problem? This one is legitimately a little bit more interesting. Nope, that still breaks that. That still cuts them off. Yep, and if I make this white, it breaks the black shape into... I feel like we're really close here. So this thing here is going to necessitate... Yeah, it's going to necessitate the connection upward. Let me start again. Okay. So obviously this thing can't connect through to the leftmost black cell. Can't connect through to the rightmost black cell because it'll lock the white cell here off from the other one. So we know that there's going to have to be some amount of like a go around. Right, and so you end up with like at the least something like this, and then you think like the white shape's got to reach up to some extent and fill in the space. Yeah, and there's no way to like re-expand the black to recover without screwing up the white shape. This one is legitimately like a nightmare. All right. The white shape has to reach upward, right? I feel like this is true. And if, like, that's going to have to be black, there's no way that cell could be white. Oh. Uh-oh. All of a sudden, we're loading screened. I wonder if it's a server connection issue? Well, y'all, there might be some photosensitivity. That's a possibility. I guess let's see if they're going to let us back in. That's pretty weird, though, huh? You know where that kind of thing doesn't happen a lot is in single-player games that do not have reasonless connections to servers on the internet. Just a thought, just something off the top of my head for the developers. This font that they're using for the Islands of Insight logo is really strange. Like, why does this N have a break, but this N doesn't? Like, the serifs aren't quite the same. Yeah, this S only breaks at the bottom, while the ones in the top row only break at the top. It's very weird. Boy, I tell you, I sure would love to be solving a logic grid right now, or failing to solve a logic grid, as the case may be. I wonder if I could have the white shape on that puzzle sort of like wrap around from the top, like a claw coming down to grasp the black scorpion with which it is wrestling, because again, they are always about scorpion wrestling. It's like we could... I don't have a good methodology for solving these, I will say that. So yeah, if we're thinking that this has to reach up, this has to reach up through here, you're going to get the black parts wrapping around there. This would have to be white, obviously. And then this is going to be a contentious space, but I guess you could like weave the black through like this. There we go. I'd be honest with you. I do feel like I did this little bit of guesswork on that one. It just doesn't really feel like I solved it so much as that I wandered into a solution eventually. And I'm a little bummed out about that. I should be doing better. I should be actually figuring out a strategy. Because intuitive problem solving is really great up until the moment where it doesn't work, and then there's nothing you can do because you don't know how to do strategies. We hit the bonus objective on hidden cubes like 10 cubes ago at this point, right? Oh, I see that. Gotta get this bottom part lined up. There we go. I don't think we've been on this little path down here before. There sure are a lot of these things, and a lot of them sure are actually very well hidden. I like the fake out from that wandering echo. It's like there's only so many places it could land, so you could just go up and wait for it. But it is funny the way it tries to get you to miss the platform. In this realm, I am called the Auroral. We have met before. There is something I do not understand. This is the very first moment of my life. If I have never seen a sky before, how do I know its name? Though you awoke with knowledge, language, and a sense of self, You lacked the ability to connect your own experiences across time. I have given your new form the means to store memories. I do not remember that. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't. That's how that would work. It is the very last thing you will not remember. It is the very last thing you will not remember. Is a funny sentence. I was fully expecting there to be a hidden cube in the waterfall. That seems like such an obvious thing to do to me. Well, bye-bye me. It's true, the cliff and the void, that's where I'm at. Just try to run back over to where I just fell off of. Okay, dark, light, dark. Probably. Oh no, this has to be light, because, right, otherwise the light would be trapped. This will have to be dark, and that'll have to be dark. This has to be light. This has to be dark. So this has to be light, because we got to keep getting through here. Those are a little bit more enjoyable when you can do them sort of chunks at a time. But overall, yeah, still not my favorite. Come all the way down here to get you. Stupid, selfish cube. Actually, speaking of cubes, has my title changed to intermediate at Matchbox? Is that what I want? No, I want hidden cubes. I'm a novice at Music Grid. That is certainly the case. Adept of Logic Grid is like fine, but everybody's wearing the Logic Grid one. Intermediate at Hidden Cube is like, it lacks some of the majesty of Student of Hidden Cube. There's a kind of drama there that I really appreciate. But whatever, it'll do. I take my the thoroughness of my exploration very seriously. All right, so that's light, which means I have to connect all the way over to here. Light, light. Also lights. Yeah, I'm not loving this area quite as much as some of the previous ones. Tiles remaining 3. I do like an underclued grid. Okay, so well, we know these are all light. All the dark cells and all the light cells have to remain connected. I mean, it's still that. See, now... Connect all dark cells, connect all light cells. But the thing is, like, that's not necessarily true, is it? Couldn't it be... Well, but all the dark cells would have to be connected, so even if I drew the white shape out, these cells would still have to be white. Yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind. I feel silly. Yep, same deal here. All of these are going to end up being light. All of these are going to end up being dark. We know that. Well, actually, sorry. All of these are going to end up being dark. Yeah, it's all the stuff on the actual outside. When all light cells are connected and all dark cells are connected, the outer border of the puzzle must take on a specific structure. There must be at most one connected line of dark... There must never be a light, dark pattern along the border, because connecting one color would disconnect the other. So this is just... This is 23, is it? Is that not sufficient? Well, you know what? It's not true though, right? Like the black shape could expand out. It is again the border. Right. These are the things we know. Yeah, okay. So all the light cells connect. So the dark cells are going to do this. The light cells are going to do that. Okay, yeah, as you could tell, I did not internalize that one all the way. Where is that cube sound? There's still one over here. Somewhere. Ah, there it is. I hope that those sounds are coming through as positional for y'all as they are for me, so that it's clear. What on earth? I'm going to let that reset. Apparently there was a wandering echo here. Yeah, sure, let's do it. This is what I wanted. Uh-oh. I forgot how extremely high up these always take you, no matter how much you charge. Yeah, so I think for the charge jump, you only have to charge as much as getting the bar to appear on the screen. And then as soon as that's happened, if you let it go, you get the full size actual jump out of it. No, this would have to be light, because yeah, otherwise we'd create the shape. Okay. This will have to be dark. This will have to be light. This will have to connect. That's dark. That's light. Connect. Probably something like this. Yeah, it's just kind of the same deal on this side. So that's dark. That's light. There we go. I see. How do you... I need to back up a little bit more, I think. No? Maybe not. That one's a little messy. I think this one works a lot better if you haven't done the hidden cube yet. But if you haven't done the hidden cube yet, you're likely to hit it by accident. Alright, so we've completed the basic requirements for the puzzle. Or for the enclave, rather. I guess let's have a look around and do more weird stuff. Okay, search the environment. So this is this thing. Alright, the white tiles arch up like that, and... right? Yeah. And then the bottom corner. And then the black tiles are a mirror of this. So... okay. Obviously, this is going to have to wrap around up here. Wait. Do I have the... yes. I do have these wrong. It's like this for the black tiles. I was looking at that and I was like, how would this ever connect? Right, and then just black and prevent the 2x2. Okay. Yeah, these are just not that interesting. Should have sound like I'm quite close to it. It's not under the bridge, is it? Oh, well. Some of those are really, really cleverly positioned. But it sounds like that's not actually the one I was hunting for. The sound I was initially responding to is still there, so I guess we'll just figure that out in a moment. Okay. Nope, and then here we go. All right, well, it appears that they're having some minor connection issues right now. You know, that's fine. We're pretty far through this, but I think we can go ahead and maybe just chill it out for the moment until things are a little bit more stable, fingers crossed. So I think that's where we're going to call it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, we're totally going to wrap that enclave up, I swear. And we'll see you then.